Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gary Hobbs, the podcast. This is episode number 17, and here's Mr. Gary Hobbs.
Thank you, Johnny D. Compadre Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
Little D is on classified 18 day off.
Yeah. Yep.
He's feeling a little bit under the weather. Hope you're feeling better. And well, he was doing it for us because he's feeling sick. Y dije, no voy a enfermar a todos los viejillos ahí, dijo. Yeah. So thanks, Little D. But once again, mi compadre Jaime Samago, Johnny Davila, yours truly, Gary Hobbs, the OG. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. This is Gary Hobbs, the podcast. First, I just finished doing a podcast. So big shout out to Let's Talk Tejano, Kelly D. Delgado.
Yeah.
She's from Crystal City.
Crystal City. Yeah. I know. I messed up.
The Winter Garden area. And also Mary from Lips Talk Tejano. She's out of that Dallas Metroplex area. And Jorge Medina, he's from the Houston area.
Yes,
a little bit north, I think he said. Pero big shout out Kelly, Mary, and Jorge. They were really nice to me on the Let's Talk Tejano. And man, it was a Tell Me How You Really Feel, Gary podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it went over well. But they're on YouTube and on Facebook. Let's Talk Tejano, so you can check it out, ¿verdad? But compadre, this past weekend we were in Austin, Texas on Friday at the OK Corral. And it was just kind of okay. I mean, again, what happened?
It's getting better.
No. I'm convinced, compadre, que ustedes ya nos tiran gente. Ustedes. But, hey, la linda gente que sí estuvo ahí, compadre, bailaron desde the first song. Hey, it's all about Tejano. But big shout out gente de Austin. Tenemos gente de... había alguien de Seguin, que me acuerdo. Gente de Eagle Pass. There's always somebody, one person or two de Eagle Pass. Now, Saturday, we were in San Antonio, Texas at a surprise party. Happy birthday to Roberto Romo. Mr. Romo, he turned 75 years old. And he was doing splits and dancing that Motown stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, Mr. Romo. Big shout out Connie Romo. We love Connie.
Ruben Ramirez.
Ruben Ramirez.
With Austin on Friday and Saturday as well.
Yes, they went 2 for 2, ¿verdad?
2 for 2. Yes,
now Saturday también Johnny and Rita. They were 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Because then Sunday
Saturday
we were in Houston at Traders Village, and they were there too.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out Easy Night.
Awesome.
Easy Night Limousine. Easy. Houston, Texas. Familia Garcia. Reader number 1, compadre. Reader number 1.
Oh, yeah.
But going back to the birthday party, it was a surprise party. Surprise party for Mr. Romo. And to our surprise, we got there and we didn't have equipment. Surprise was on us. There was a local band that,
that was a surprise.
A gig band that they put together. And was Mr. Romo hired them for his birthday party because Connie, the general, the CEO of the house, le dijo, pues, let's do a festival, let's do a party for your 75th and book a band, honey, whatever. So he went in to book a band, but no sabía que íbamos a estar nosotros.
Oh, wow.
So the surprise was on him, like about 3:30 in the afternoon, que we were there and we have no equipment, but the surprise was on us.
Oh, wow.
Pero big shout out to Leo y Tentacion. Leo came up with some bottoms and some wedges and helped us on sound. So big shout out, Leo. Appreciate it, brother. But
thank you so much, Leo.
Yeah, man, it was a surprise on us, ¿verdad, compadre? Surprise on us. Pues, we want to let everybody know, of course, that you're listening to Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We're on GaryHobbs.com. We're on iHeart.com, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, LaMeraleona.net Radio, 12 p.m. noon every Saturday. Big shout out, Lobito Perez. Yeah. And like always, we are asking, we're not begging anymore. We stopped begging. Since we hit the big time, I see 10 listeners, we stopped begging people. But hey, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like, ring the bell, and what, Johnny D?
And share.
Share is caring. Subscribe and share. We need to share. We need to share. Before we go into our segment, once again, our Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise number 8 is already taking registrations. Now, this is for January 31st through February the 7th, 2027. 2027, compadre. Symphony of the Seas, new ship coming in. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. We do everything on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Payment plan available. No passport required. Call Happy Mireles, our exclusive travel agent. Yes, everything has to go through Happy Mireles at 469-450-1168. Again, Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise coming January 31st through February 7th, 2027. Artist confirmed. Stephanie Montiel has been confirmed. The Stephanie Montiel. She's awesome. Texas Latino. Man, those guys can jam. Texas Latino. So Gabriel Zavala, Lily Bella, Gary Hobbs, The Usual Suspects, Tejano Loco, JTP Tiff. More artists to be announced soon, compadre. Really soon, con el favor de Dios, but they can register now. Once again, Happy Mireles, 469-450-1168. Once again, this is Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We'll be right back. Big shout out to our proud sponsor, Domingo Garcia, and the Domingo Garcia Law Firm, with offices in Dallas, Houston, Odessa, and Fort Worth, Texas. More info at domingogarcia.com.
Hello, I'm Jaime Samago, and you're listening to Gary Hobbs, the podcast.
Thank you, buddy Jay-Z, Jaime Samago, Johnny Davila in the house. Now, Little D, David Villanueva, he's on G18 classified sick leave, top secret. See, we want to thank Little D because he just had a little cold. He said it wasn't that bad, you know, but no quería enfermar los viejitos. Thank you, Little D. Hey guys, so on this podcast, Let's Talk Tejano with Kelly and Mary and Jorge. I mentioned something that, man, they asked me one question and I answered like 40 questions or something. It was just like, tell me how you really feel, Gary. But they thought, somebody called in and said that did they think that, we should stop labeling music like Tejano and because Norteño and Norteño Light. And then I said, pues what's Tejano Light? I mean, I've heard of Bud Light and Miller Light and Ultra Light. Yeah. I know you guys are okay. But to categorize and labelize music, ¿verdad? And I said something about the 70s that, when we were young, now I'm a little bit older than you guys, pero back then, it was an AM radio station out of San Antonio, KTSA 55.
I remember.
And so
I remember.
We'd hear all the music, ¿verdad? Pero ahí, pues, you would hear, pues, Chicago and, Earth, Wind and Fire, but you'd also hear like Charlie Rich.
True.
And Freddie Fender, and then de repente you're hearing James Brown, or you're hearing, o sea, if it was pop, it was popular. Mm-hmm. It was pop. I wonder, should we go back to, to that format and have everybody play pop, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
I don't think you can call it Tejano pop, And I was saying about like Frontera, right? To me, they're not Tejano. I mean, they play great music. What do I categorize them? I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, Norteño to me, we've said this many times, it's something else to me, ¿verdad? Pero, and then the old age thing about, pues es que son de Texas, son Tejanos. Yeah. Well, but does that mean that, was Gary Hobbs, soy vivo en America? I live in America, so is this
America?
No, is my music American then? American music? Because that's a translation. Es Tejano. It's in Espanol, it's Texan, he's from here, so they make them, so you can't say that because they're from Texas, ¿Qué onda con los grupos como para aquí? Let's make up, look, Frontera. They recorded with Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny did cameo, and he recorded something, so is
Tejano, yeah.
Is Bad Bunny Tejano? Well, he's not, man. If he goes to that Super Bowl, he better take Frontera. I hope he does.
Híjole, I don't know.
Why not?
No. I'm saying that, yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna take him. That's what I'm saying.
Va a cantar en español. Has anybody else ever come out on the Super Bowl and sang puro Spanish?
No.
So Bad Bunny, but don't get me wrong, English or Spanish, no le entiendo el vato. So,
¿Quién sabe qué dirá?
¿Qué dijo, compa?
¿Qué dijo?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. I retract that. Please do not send this to Bad Bunny. Pero, has anybody ever sang just Spanish? Because si Frontera sale y Cameo, van a tocar la canción de ellos.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe a medley, you know, maybe Bad Bunny canta en inglés. And does Bad Bunny sing in English? You know?
Yeah, he does something. Like
Okay, then yeah, there it is.
So, a little pieces here and there.
Oh. Yeah. So I wonder if we should go back to that format. Mexican radio is never going to do that. They're never
En
gonna,
inglés o en español, lo que cante,
Yeah.
como quiera, no se le entiende lo que dice el vato.
You know, that was a really bad impression.
Sorry.
You tried, but I get what you're saying. Well, on today's Tejano segment, ladies and gentlemen, we have music by Jaylinn Garcia, buddy. Jaylinn Garcia, youngster,
Yes, sir.
and featuring Chris Doms. We all know Chris is a very talented young man. Chris Doms, Dominguez. Jaylinn's got a new song, Contigo. It's on Chris Doms' music. We want you to hear it here on Gary Hobbs, the podcast, on today's Tejano segment. Once again, Jaylinn Garcia with Contigo. We want to thank our proud sponsor, CRI Electric in San Antonio, Texas. Family and veteran-owned commercial, residential, industrial, electrical services on electrical, data, voice, science, and solar. Give them a call at 210-509-8889. Big shout out Israel and Christine Garza, CRI Electric. That's Jaylinn Garcia, Contigo. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up.
Yep.
Oh,
Thumbs
yeah.
up. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Young singer, man. Of course, Jaylinn Garcia featuring Chris Downs. Chris, very talented young man. He's out of that Corpus Christi area. But Contigo, Jaylinn Garcia. That's something that we were just talking on that Let's Talk Tejano podcast. That new artists, they need to get out there. They need to get out there. They need to find a band and all. Not just talent.
Yeah.
And we were discussing there that the presence on social media and streaming is so important. And but so is the other thing, getting out there. Pero really nice music by Jaylinn Garcia, Contigo, featuring Chris Downs. You are listening to Gary Hobbs, the podcast. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. We'll be right back. Buddy, Johnny D.
Yes, sir.
Buddy Jay-Z.
Yes, sir.
Gary Hobbs, the podcast. Before we get into our throwback segment, big shout out to proud sponsors Domingo Garcia and Domingo Garcia Law Firm. Of course, they got offices Dallas, Houston, Odessa, and Fort Worth, Texas. CRI Electric, dear friends of ours, Israel and Christine Garza. They're out of San Antonio, Texas. CRI Electric. And Triple J Custom Welding from Seguin, Texas. La Familia Bustamante, Juan and Crystal, big shout out to them. Now, so I'm going to go way back. ¿Cómo, compadre?
Way back.
Yeah. So this is the times that existía Gary Hobbs and the Hot Sauce Band. Or like Mando San Roman from Super Tejano, he's the Gary Hobbs and the Hot Dog Band. He's a hater, vato. He's a hater, Mando and La Ganga. Now I get to say it. Now big shout out Mando San Roman from Sereno, compadre. From Sereno
Band.
He's the man there at Super Tejano 102.1. You gotta be nice. I'm gonna be on the show soon.
Yeah.
But big shout out. But these are from Gary Hobbs and the Hot Sauce Band days. And this is from an album called Maniac. Maniac. They weren't referring to me. It was just Maniac.
The song.
Michael Cimbello. Yeah, we did that too. It was like in 1984, according to my sources here, mi compadre.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite songs, compadre. Confidencias de Amor, growing up.
Confidencias de Amor. Now, this is where Johnny Joe Barrientos, when Jose Barrientos became like Mr. Ajuan, bien famoso, and no sabe cómo entregar placas and stuff like that. But Juan Barrientos was on guitar. Manuel Flores, the dog. That was his nickname, compadre. No creas que todos le decían el perro, yeah. Manuel Flores, the dog, yeah.
Pues de ahí salió la onda de hey dog.
Hey, dog.
I remember.
Man, we should get royalties for that.
The credit, yeah.
Mario Cervera was on the drums. He was what, like 18 years old, man. 18, algo así. Hector Gutierrez, our dear friend in Robstown, Texas, doing keyboards. And Arnold Garcia was our producer, and he's the one that tracked us y cuanto. Es hijo de the late Roland Garcia, dueños de Hacienda Records, of course. This was off the Maniac LP, 1984, Hacienda Records, Gary Hobbs and the Hot Sauce Band. This is a throwback segment, Confidencias de Amor.
Pero me arrepentí, la luna me miró y yo la comprendí. Me dijo que tu amor no me iba a hacer feliz, que me ibas a olvidar porque tú eras así. Y yo ya te iba a querer, pero me arrepentí, la luna me miró y yo la comprendí. Me dijo que tu amor no me me iba a hacer feliz, que me ibas a olvidar, porque tú eras así. Y a los claros fulgores de tu luna, matizando estaba tu pálida paz. Y al mirarlo sentí que la luna matizando estaba reproche y pena. Yo ya te iba a querer, pero me arrepentí. La luna me miró y yo la comprendí. Me dijo que tu amor no me iba a hacer feliz, que me ibas a olvidar, porque tú eras así. Pero me arrepentí, la luna me miró y yo la comprendí. Me dijo que tu amor no me iba a hacer feliz, que me ibas a olvidar, porque tú eras así. Y yo ya te iba a querer, pero me arrepentí, la luna me miró y yo la comprendí. Que tu amor no me iba a hacer feliz, que me ibas a olvidar, porque tú eras así, porque tú eras así.
Confidencias de amor. Gary Hobbs and the Hot Sauce Band, throwback segment, Maniac album, Hacienda Records 1984, y el Johnny Joe Barrientos on the guitar.
Mr. John Barrientos.
No tiene compadre el vato.
A ver, unos otros días va a venir mi compadre Juan y va a decir, oye, compadre, ya tengo unas placas para usted.
Sí, ya es tiempo, compadre. Pues
no, le regaló una Johnny Dávila y lo sacó del trunk.
Sí, y corrió a agarrarlo.
Lo traía en el trunk, compadre. ¿Qué tal pressure, mi compadre Juan Barrientos?
Por si me miraba, decía, I got it in the car, por si te miro.
Hey, it's funny, I'm remembering all those times. No, I'm remembering those times, and again, on that other podcast, we were saying, you got to get out there. No, back then, compadre, it was either traemos dinero para comer o para sacar un cuarto. And when I mean un cuarto, it was like at the Bates Motel, and 7, 8 of us quedando en un cuarto y no hagan ruido porque va a salir el árabe. How many people's in room? Pero those were the good old days, compadre. What year was it? 1984. 1984. Confidencias de Amor, Gary Hobbs and the Hot Sauce Band on our throwback segment. You're listening to Gary Hobbs, the podcast. Of course, we are in Eagle Pass, Texas. We'll be right back. We want to send a big shout out to our proud sponsor, Triple J Custom Welding, owned and operated by the Bustamante family in Seguin, Texas. TripleJCustomWelding.com or Facebook page Triple J Custom Welding for more information. Big shout out Juan and Crystal and all their family. God bless. Before we leave, compadre. Before we leave, Johnny D.
That time.
Yep.
That
One more time.
Hey, our websites, GaryHobbs.com for information on Gary Hobbs. Also, GaryHobbsCruise.com for our cruises. My wife Diana and I, we do Tejano cruises on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Visit us also at GaryHobbsCruise.com, also on Facebook, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Social media sites, Gary Hobbs Official on Facebook, Gary Hobbs Página Oficial Facebook. We also have Gary Hobbs Cruise, right? Just said it. Instagram, Gary Hobbs Official. YouTube, Gary Hobbs Official. On X, we are Gary Hobbs Official. And on TikTok, GaryHobbs.official. Don't be fooled by those
Double R's.
double R's and no one F. Gary Hobbs.official on TikTok. And but this Friday night, we are in San Antonio, Texas, con el favor de Dios. We're at Rodeo Event Center with Leo y Tentacion. This Friday night, San Antonio, Texas, Rodeo Event Center. Also, Saturday, first time in Citrus Live. Really nice place. Edinburgh, Texas. We're back to the Rio Grande Valley this Saturday, con el favor de Dios. Now, on Saturday, October 11th, we're at the 40th annual... 40th? You come in.
Yeah.
Now, Saturday, October 11th, we are at the 40th annual Cotton Fest. That's in Robstown, Texas. Jay Perez, Gary Hobbs, Los Arias, Nicholas, and Tejano Loco is there with us too. So that's Saturday, October 11th. Now, Friday, October 17th, Texas Rodeo Salute, Katy, Texas. Gary Hobbs, the usual suspects. Tejano Loco's in the house with us as well. Saturday, October 18th, we're at Casablanca Event Center in Laredo, Texas. Favor de Dios. Now, Friday, October 4th, we just confirmed that today. We're back at Pure Tejano, Lubbock, Texas. Compadre, we're going to go back because we broke down that last time with the bus and stuff like that. But we are back con el favor de Dios. Friday, October 24th, Pure Tejano, Lubbock, Texas. Please spread the word, Lubbock, Texas. Now, Saturday, October 25th, we're at a private event in Rock Springs, Texas. And Friday, October 31st. Friday, October 31st, Players Sports Bar. It's Halloween, man.
Yeah.
I was just going to say Lucky Joe's got a zombie.
Oh, yeah, the zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a zombie song. He did the monster.
Do you guys usually dress up like for...
No, I dress up as Gary Hobbs, and that's pretty caído. But Friday, October 31st, Players Sports Bar. That's in Dallas, Texas. Oak Cliff. Now, big shout out once again to all our Tejano cruisers that listen in, and reminding them to check us out at GaryHobbsCruise.com. Our Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise number 8, January 31st through February 7th, 2027. First thing they ask us, who's on board with the lineup? Well, Stephanie Montiel has been confirmed. Texas Latino, Gary Hobbs, the usual suspects, Tejano Loco, and we were reaching out to Ram Herrera. He's going to let us know. Of course, he's on with us on this one coming up on the number 7. And keep Ram Herrera in your prayers. He's going through some health issues. Sure. And so prayers out to Ram Herrera. And we reached out to Jay Perez too, but we're waiting to hear from him. Yeah. But visit us at GaryHobbsCruise.com. Once again, you can call Happy Mireles 469-450-1168. Register now because the payment plan are available. No passport required. Best prices are right now, Johnny.
Yes,
right
they are.
now. So
yes, they are.
Call Happy Mireles 469-450-1168. Once again, our Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise number 8, January 31st through February 7th, 2027.
Can't wait for the camarones. Those camarones.
I know. Hey, so next Wednesday, on the 8th, I'll be doing Tejano Time podcast, of course, with our dear friend Keith Leal. He streams on Facebook Live. So Tejano Time podcast next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central. And I hope they don't... Gary, tell me how you really feel.
But, I don't feel very well right now.
No, me neither.
Tired.
Little D.
Really tired. But pues, big shout out. Also, big shout out, Cadence
Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Cadence Marie Hill. From everybody here at Gary Hobbs, the podcast. La Familia Hill, and Jess, and Gable too.
Gable.
Yeah.
But once again, parte de Johnny Davila, compadre Jaime Samago, yours
Yes,
truly,
sir.
Gary
Yeah.
Hobbs, Debe Villanueva on G18th official time off today. But this is Gary Hobbs, the podcast in Eagle Pass, Texas. Till next week, Dios los guarde, Dios los cuide. Of course, God bless.
Later.
God bless.
Tell me how you really feel.